Angela here with Growing Roots. It is nap time at the Moore house, so I'm going to be whispering a little bit to try to keep it a little quieter for my sleeping boys in the back. But today I want to talk a little bit about starting some seeds indoors and just run over a couple of my inside projects that I've been working on over the last couple of weeks. Okay, so here we go. So as you can see, this is our little setup that I have put together in the addition. This is a door that we cut incorrectly and on table some sawhorses to use as a makeshift table. Anyways, I think what I'll do is just kind of show you guys, we're starting a garden outside and I'm looking at it across here. I'll bring you over there in a minute. But we decided to start some seeds indoors so that we can plant them outside and hopefully save some money. We have never done a vegetable garden before, so this is brand new to us. And it's actually really funny. I watched another video about 5 or 6 mistakes to avoid when planting seeds indoors. And I literally did all but one of them. So, but apparently, even if you make a bunch of mistakes and you don't do everything perfectly, they will still grow. So let me just kind of show you guys what we have here. This is like a ton of stuff, so bear with me. But I'm so excited. These are my favorites so far. Look at this, you guys. So 2 weeks ago, I got these seeds and boxes from Menards for like $1. And so we have green beans in the back and we have snap peas up front. And I think all of my friends at work are probably going to be getting some starters because I think Dan says that this is going to make a lot. And you know, I don't even know how to can yet. So if you guys have any tips or know of any good people to follow on YouTube for tips on canning, let me know because I'm going to have to start that process pretty soon to figure out what I'm doing. But then, oh my gosh, this is the cutest, you guys. So I just took regular garden soil, plopped it in here, and then used my fingers to make some spacing. We have some sweet corn here. Apparently I did not get enough because I guess raccoons are gonna like to eat all of our sweet corn. So Dan's gonna grow, or he's gonna seed a bunch more outside. But then over here, we have these big guys right here are pumpkins. And I think Riken actually thinks that the pumpkins are gonna have faces on them when they grow. So that's gonna be a huge disappointment to him. But we actually have a bunch of other pumpkin seeds over here in a second. I'll show you guys that we still have to get started. But these guys are growing like crazy. And then we have some watermelon starting here. So I think like my plan for doing all of these, since I don't know exactly what I'm doing, I thought I would start them all. I put like 4 or 5 seeds in a bunch, and then when I pull out the bunch to when we go to transplant them outside, we'll just separate them into individual plants. Because like I said, I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew that, you know, the root systems aren't going to be super developed. I mean, they're going to be good, but not like crazy that we aren't going to be able to separate them. So that's my plan with that. And this is the craziest part, guys. Okay, so in the back here, we have a couple nice rows of cucumbers. And they smell like cucumbers. The plants, they smell so great. Originally, when I had all 5 of these trays set up here, they had clear plastic domes on top, and on warm days we put them outside in the full sun, and like nice, you could see like the greenhouse effect was happening. But then when I brought them indoors, because it was getting really cold at night, and we had a couple like thunderstorms, heavy rains, so when I brought them in, I feel like there got to be too much moisture, and there was almost a little bit of like mold maybe, or like a fungus. So I took the lids off, and actually I needed to because these plants were getting, these ones, the cucumbers, grew super fast, and they were about to hit the lid. But anyways, cucumbers, and then we have some like mixed I don't know, sweet peppers. Can you see them there? So who knows what they'll turn into, but I love peppers. I eat them for breakfast, fresh, because I feel like it's just like a great way to start the day. Anyways, yesterday they finally, you can see the little seeds or the little starts there. They finally opened up, or broke through, I should say. So I'm really excited about those. And like I said, we're gonna have to learn how to do some canning because we need to make some pickles. So then, on this tray here, in the back row, there's 2 rows there of, I think like Roma, I think they're Roma tomatoes. And then up front, I'm doing something different. In those 2 rows, the smaller ones, these are actually baby's breath. And I thought, you know what? I don't know what this is. I thought I would give a try at starting some annuals because I feel like annuals give a lot to an outside garden, but at like $3 a pack, that's pretty expensive if you want to do a large portion. And so like when you do it just every couple weeks, it doesn't seem like that much money, but at the end of a season, like, you know, if you're spending $20, $30 every couple weeks, like that's a lot of money for annuals. So I thought, why not try it? So this is baby's breath, and I don't know, I think it grows to like maybe 18 inches, so a little higher than like a lower ground cover. But anyways, I'm gonna tell you in a second the reason why I chose the baby's breath. But anyways, they're growing really well. Okay, last tray to show you guys. These are all my broccolis. So I think these are, I think they call them like a cold crop or like cold weather crop. So they are supposed to be okay, like if I were to leave them outside in the colder temperatures, but I decided to bring them in and see, you know, if they would do even better in here. So this is a lot of broccoli, and I get that, but we like broccoli. It's like one of the few vegetables that little Kellen will eat, and we like to snack on it like with fresh vegetable trays and stuff. I feel like it's really good. We wanted to do cauliflower, but I can't find any cauliflower seeds in town, and when we were up in the city, I forgot to grab them. So currently, broccoli it is. So, like I said, that's what we have started right now, but we have additions. Let me grab this. This is a custom mask that you can wear. Riken made it this morning. I think this one is supposed to be for his daddy, so we'll leave that. But anyways, we went out to the store yesterday and grabbed some extras because Dan's dad was over and he was checking out our stuff. He's done a lot of gardening in the past, and he told us a few things. He told us, number one, that the plot that we've already tilled up is way too small. So Dan's gonna have to go out and probably double the size of that. So more to come on that. But he also said we needed more tomatoes. I think that was it. That's what, oh, and radishes. So we ended up going to the store and we got a couple more seeds, some cherry tomatoes, and then these like big boys. And then I decided that I wanted to get some lettuce and spinach because we eat a lot of salads around here. It's so easy, like to add to, you know, you just get meat in a salad and you call it a meal. Also, I love cantaloupe, and so does Dan's dad. Dan's dad isn't going to be gardening anymore for health issues, so we have, you know, I figured if we could grow some extra tomatoes for him and cantaloupe, he would be happy. And then these radishes. So I'm really excited to keep you guys updated on this. They have a maturity of like 20 to 27 days. So we're gonna try planting these in some containers, and then like you just continually seed them. So like every time, let's say like at the end of every month when we go to harvest, we just plant some new ones. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys know how that goes because I'm pretty excited about that. And then, like I said, I'm all into like seeds right now and hopefully saving some money. So I saw these, it's just a lavender seed, and I don't know, this is so easy. I guess it has the natural seed coating that's kind of like a fertilizer. But anyways, this is like just, I don't know what kind of lavender. It says true lavender, but there's obviously a bunch of varieties. anyways, I know lavender grows very well around here in this area. We have a huge lavender farm, or patch they call it, like 10 miles west of us in Kansas. But because of our intense heat and dryness, lavender does really well outside. So I'm really excited to sow these seeds and see, you know, if I can get some lavender all up around here. It smells fantastic, and I think it is gonna, you know, deter some nasties that live outside. Anyways, we didn't have any of these leftover cheap trays. I paid like $1 for each of them at Menards, but we needed something for all of these seeds. So we picked up 2 of these. And Dan said he liked them because they had the individual holes, or individual like plots to put all of our seeds in. And then there's a plastic cover to go on top. And then there's a full tray on the bottom here so that you can water from the ground if you wanted to. Or not the ground, but like bottom watering, that's the word. I also, so like as far as watering goes, these trays don't have any drainage. So I've had to be very careful, especially since we're indoors. The climate is much more controlled in here. I have to be very careful about not overwatering these. And also, so I've only watered them fully twice. I dampened the soil, like I pre-moistened it before I like laid it out and put the seeds in. And then I gave, like with my watering can, I just went over each row a little bit the day that I planted them. Since then, I've been just spraying down. This is water with like a drop of that fish fertilizer. It's not fish fertilizer, but it's like fish water food, plant food or something like that. I'll put a link below for you guys. But it's pretty awesome stuff, and it's just like natural vitamins and minerals instead of actual like fertilizer or anything you have to worry about harming, and it's organic, so that's awesome for food. So anyways, I've been giving them a little spray to keep them from getting too dry on days where it was a little colder in here and we had to run the furnace a little bit more. But they seem to all be doing very well. This is the grow light that I usually have over in the corner of the living room for all of our plants, like my cereal pearls and all of the little things I've been propagating. So I really wish I had a different grow light or an additional one so that I didn't have to take the light away from those guys. But like I said, this was like on the fly. One day we decided, hey, we're actually doing it. Because we've been talking about having a vegetable garden for years, and we just never got around to doing it. And I don't know, a couple weeks ago, we just got the urge, so it's happening this year. As you can see, I have a few more things here that I'm really excited to show you guys about. And this is a little janky, but these are strawberry containers that I have put ranunculus bulbs in. And like, let's see if you can see, right there is like some of the tubers. And you can see actually all over we have, oh, there's a glare, sorry. There you go. Roots forming, yay! So my best friend in town and I were out for lunch one day, and we were talking about gardening because she knows I'm plant obsessed. And she was like, well, let's have a competition, see who can grow better flowers. And I was like, okay, well, what are you talking about? And she showed me a picture, and she was like, these are the flowers I want to grow. She had no idea what they were, and I was like, okay, I think they're like ranunculus, I'm not sure. Anyways, you guys know me. I've never done any kind of, this is my first attempt at seeds, and I've also never done anything with bulbs or tubers. And especially nothing with cut flowers. So if you know what ranunculus look like, they are incredibly beautiful. I ended up getting a steal on them. I paid $30 for 5 sets. So I have over 50 bulbs, and that was like shipping included. So super cheap. But anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here's my 5th one. And so in each of these, I have 10 ranunculus bulbs growing, and my plan is obviously not to keep them in here, but they're going to go outside once they really get established. And I'm so excited. You can see here that in this one, I don't know if you guys can even see, one's there, we have one here, there's one here, A couple more here, there's another there. So they are like really, if you can even see these guys, they're really starting to come up and I'm excited. So I think the greatest thing about these is that I made a $30 investment, but I'm hoping I don't know if I'm gonna do like in-ground or do containers, but either way, I'll definitely dig these up at the end of the growing season so that I can plant them again next year. For this one, I've been keeping this lid like loosely open so that it has good airflow, but to try to keep a little more humidity in there, because I feel like, I don't remember what zone they're for. I'm at the edge of like 5, 6, and these are definitely probably like 8, 9, you know, zone 2, 8 or 9. But we're gonna make it work for sure. So I have 3 more things to show you guys. So I don't have a greenhouse yet, which is obviously why we're doing everything in here. But I saw on someone else's channel that they had made their own seed starting boxes, and I thought, ooh, that's really cool. Like, I wonder if we could do some of that with our own scrap and then have something a little hardier and more stable with the kids running around. And so I asked Dan, like, hey, could you put something together for me? And lo and behold, he did. So this is leftover trim from our windows that you guys have all seen, and then just some heavy board on the bottom. But this is a heavy trash bag liner for the shop, so it's super thick, and I'm gonna cut it so that I can drape it over the sides and staple it down so that it's completely watertight. But then we're gonna start this, some more pumpkin seeds. They're open, so I can't turn it, well, maybe I can. There you go. So we got some cotton candy. These are white ones. And then these are all for me. I think they're for the kids, they're totally for me. And decorating. So some blue ones, and then I love these like marbled pumpkins. And then we have just the regular orange ones over there. So we'll get this started this weekend. I was gonna do it with you guys now. Nap time isn't gonna last that long, and I have some laundry and stuff to do, but maybe if things go well tomorrow during nap time, I can get these planted up and show you guys. So there's that. And then this guy's sitting over here. This is the Manjula. You guys all remember it. It is growing like crazy. I brought it over here to be a little closer to the light to see what would happen, but I think I'm gonna have to give it a cut. He's rooted down once over here, but this is like one, here, if you can even see, it's like one long leg that I wrapped around the container to try to fill it out, but I think it needs a haircut because this whole side over here is just bare. There's nothing happening on this side of the pot. There never was, don't get me wrong, I didn't kill anything. But I really want this Manjula to be full and lush before it starts trailing. And so I think it's gonna get a haircut. So I don't know. Also, this is one of the original leaves that it came with, and it's damaged, and I'm ready to cut it out because it's not doing anything good for it. But last thing to show you guys. So my boss has brought a bunch of plants into the office, and this was one of the arrangements he received, and I thought it was the craziest thing. So now they're doing like houseplant arrangements, like you can order online and have them delivered for sympathy or get well or birthday or whatever. And so he received this, and I think it's so beautiful, like this fern here. And then this is let's see, a Kalanchoe. It's like a pink star. Oh, here it is. Forever Midi Sunkissed Pink Kalanchoe, which is a succulent, and it's like so thick, and I love the beautiful leaf there. But I don't think it's gonna survive with this mixture. Now, I don't know anything. Here's obviously a peace lily. We've got a third bloom that just opened up here. So the peace lily, and then the calla lily in the back. And I know it's a calla lily because it's got one here. But here's the thing. So when this was delivered to him, he brought it into the office and was like, all the leaves on the calla lily are dying. What's going on, Angela? And I was like, I don't know. because I know nothing about calla lilies or peace lilies, even though I totally should. But I started looking, you know, like, what do you do when you have a plant that's not doing great? You open it up and look inside. There wasn't, the pots or the plants were just set in there. And there was no soil next to them. So they were all bare rooted plants just sitting in this container. And I'm guessing usually the sign of yellowing leaves is overwatering. So I'm guessing that they were all looking pathetic. And so he put water in there. But there wasn't soil between the plants to soak any of it up, so the roots probably all just sat in water. That's my guess. I don't know if you guys have any ideas for what it could be, let me know. But anyways, yesterday I filled it out, put soil in between all the different plants, and gave it a decent watering because the actual plants themselves were dry. So I don't know. If you guys know anything about these, like I said, I've never had this fern. I forget what it's called. I want to say it's like I have no idea. I really like it, but I don't remember what kind of fern this is. And then the kalanchoe, and then the two lilies. I'm not sure if they're a good match for each other, especially with, I mean, the succulent kind of throws me off. So if you guys have any advice for like care tips on this arrangement, or if I should suggest that he just separate them to keep them happier, so he can direct, you know, the needs to each of the plants. I'm just not sure. So anyways, I took it home this weekend so that I could get the extra soil in there and get it taken care of for him, and that's been done. But I'm not sure if, you know, I need to give him any other advice for how to take care of this. So that's it, guys. I just kind of wanted to show you what I've been working on a little bit here. Of course, you know, we had the kids home all week, and you know, life is a little crazy for everybody. So I hope you guys are all hanging in there. You know, let me know if you want to talk plants. And of course, if you have any suggestions about what we can do to make sure that our vegetables grow, drop a comment below and make sure you like the video. So that you can, and subscribe so you can be notified for future videos too. Okay, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next video.